Welcome everyone to another episode of the Endless Growth Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back. Today's episode is 114.
It is, brother. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, bro. Doing pretty good,
Can't complain, huh?
You could always complain. I ain't gonna lie to you.
There you go.
I try not to.
Yeah, I heard somebody tell me that. He's like, I could always complain. He's like, but I don't think you want to hear 10 minutes of me rambling. So.
Shit, 10 minutes ain't enough for me, bro. I could go fucking for a couple days, but.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends how you want to see life, right?
Exactly, bro. It's about, perception. You could either focus on what you're missing or you can focus on what you have or what others are missing,
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been trying to get a little better at that. And then fuck it, I was actually going to bring this up a little later, but fuck it, why not? Because it kind of fits in. I was thinking about it today and I was like, yeah, I feel like outside perspective. Well, let me ask you first. What would be some traits, or what would you think of us if you were someone from the outside looking in?
I think about that shit all the time. Like as far as the podcast goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like messed up. Yeah, because I'm like if I was somebody else, how would I see this? And I'm like, especially if I went to school with like us.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it into words.
But no,
yeah, I don't know. It'd just be kind of weird a little bit for sure. But I think it depends. If people like knew us as like friends in high school and stuff, I think they can probably click a little bit.
Yeah. They'll know a little bit.
But I think to the people that didn't know nothing about us,
and
then just kind of catching on to us now, it'd probably be a little bit of a
little wrench in the.
I think it'd be a little weird, honestly. I'd be like, these dudes, especially like if they are really interested in it and then they learn everything about us and know everything about us.
Yeah.
But
No, I agree with you, bro. I would like kind of, going off of you. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, what is the perception of the outside? Do these people think that we're successful? Do they think that we're annoying? Do they think that I don't know. Like, you're always on growth. Like, not really too many people are on that. So they think we're weird. Mm-hmm. Like, do they think we're delusional? I don't know. It's a bunch of shit that kind of goes through my head, obviously.
It is.
So.
Yeah, no, it is a little off because I see people's accounts sometimes and I'm just like, and it's usually people like that are just by themselves talking about like what you should do, how you should see life. And it does kind of, sometimes I see it as like a helpful thing, but sometimes I'm just like, nah, this dude's on
some other shit.
Yeah. Like you're trying too hard. And I've always been afraid that I'm going to be seen as that. So,
dude, I agree with that 100%. So that's why I try to obviously we have the Instagram page, right? Mm-hmm. So we try to put everything that's related to that on there. And then both me and you are, pretty notorious for not actually even posting shit on social media nowadays anyway. Yeah. But that's something I kind of was worried about. I was like, it's like just because you follow me as a person doesn't mean that you're going to follow me and my, I guess you could say, way of thinking, way of belief. And I don't want to throw that down your throat just because you follow me as an individual. So I don't know how to, I guess, perceive it. So, yeah, but hopefully it's good,
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, so far I feel like we have somewhat of a good community from like.
Yeah. In terms of like the people that watch us and shit, shout out to y'all. This was, I guess, more just a random ass motherfucker.
Just a thought, yeah.
Exactly. And I was just thinking about this shit like, damn, bro. Or even to our audience, what do you think they think? They probably think probably the best of us, probably. Like right?
Yeah, I would hope so.
I would really hope so.
But you don't know.
Yeah.
We should put a little poll up.
No, that's the thing, bro. No one's gonna answer that shit truthfully because you can.
Yeah, should we quit the pod or y'all liking it?
Yes.
Yeah, just stop.
You stop. This shit ass, bro. No, it's I don't know, bro. I just be thinking about a lot of shit recently. But the reason I asked that specifically to the audience that they're hearing us, I don't want them to think that like I don't know, that motherfucker just perfect, all dandy, and that's life basically for us at least.
God, I feel like, to be honest, though, I feel like people probably know that by now because I feel like we do definitely talk a lot about our ups and downs. And I think at first we might have talked a little more of the ups. Right. Probably might have to miss.
Like, these motherfuckers always, on their high horse, right?
But I think more recently we've kind of been more in the here, man, we're going through this or this was happening. Or especially because, I mean, I think the economy itself has been kind of a weird spot right now for people. So I think we've kind of let them know. But
yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I always overthink that too. I'm like, fuck, are we being too transparent and like too down sometimes? But
I get you. That dude, all these questions come to me as well. It's a
hard balance. So.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Well, with that being said, I'll speak for myself. Yeah, obviously, I like growth. I try to improve myself, but obviously I have those days where I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm sad. I don't know if it would be called depression. maybe depression.
Hmm.
Maybe I feel like that word just seems too heavy, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
nowadays.
I know what
Like
you mean though.
it's just like down, like you're just like fuck, bro, But yeah, and I feel like that's just normal, though. That's human shit, right?
Yeah, we have ups and downs every day. I mean,
Yeah,
it just depends how the day gets started, right?
yeah,
Like
that's true.
we always
And
start
then
on a new day,
yeah,
but
and how you
it doesn't take much to fucking turn it around to be a shitty day or an amazing day or week.
yeah,
Sometimes it's just back to back too. So
exactly. And I bring that up just to say that, like, if you guys are going through some shit, you're not the only ones. And don't ever feel like just because you're on Instagram and shit. I know we always talk about this. It's the highlight reel. You're gonna see the best of the best. No one's gonna post them fucking crying or them getting fired. Imagine if they did, dude. Like, oh, you're gonna see the fucking Rays getting posted.
shit, everybody would
You
be
know,
like, "Damn, like, yeah,
you
it's
know, yeah. And then obviously here we're gonna try to focus more on the the positive than the negative. But I just wanted to be, I guess, more upfront and clear that I'm pretty sure Edgar does too.
yeah,
We
no,
have we got some fucking bad days, and sometimes we're like, man, like I don't want to be doing this, but
yeah, that's how it is. I mean,
okay,
it's just straight up like that. Yesterday was one of those days for me. I feel like, I mean,
okay,
I told you I slept all day yesterday, like that evening to this morning, but
hmm
it was the main part too. I was just so tired that day, but not even like physically tired, just
mentally exhausted.
mentally drained, bro, because of the shit I had going on that day
Yeah.
and the stuff like I went through. And it didn't even, it took basically a span of 3 hours to get to that point. Like the whole day was good till a certain point, and
Oh
then
shit! And it
that
changed.
just like, and I was like, fuck. So after that, I just got home, made dinner, and then just, I'm gonna take a nap, but it might be a tomorrow nap. So, but yeah, like we all have those days for sure.
Okay,
I can
bro.
100% agree with that.
Okay, I'm glad too.
Sometimes I always feel like I'm not doing enough. That's what always gets to me the most. The most commonly,
I'm gonna
like,
be honest with you, bro. You nailed that motherfucker right there, bro. I think that's what it is, bro. Like knowing that you can. I'm fucking shook that you honestly still have that because you be fucking grinding like crazy. So, like, think about it this way:
hmm,
you grinding like crazy and you feel like that. Imagine a motherfucker that not doing that and has a similar mentality. I'm not gonna say I'm exactly like you and shit
yeah,
like that, but I do hopefully want to grow and
yeah,
do something.
yeah. I mean, and it's helped that. I mean, it sucks because when you get to that point, you think there's like something you shouldn't be thinking that way, but I mean, I've talked to other business owners, and I feel like it's just something you always deal with. You're always fighting with yourself on that.
Yeah, facts.
So I think it's, yeah. I'm not saying it's normal, but
It kind of is a little bit.
I don't know if it ever goes away, to be honest. But
Yeah,
it's good though.
fuck.
It keeps the ambition in you, to keep going for more, and just as long as you know that's there, that fucking fire's still lit.
Mm.
If it's not there, then you too comfortable. But like I said, it could be good and bad because sometimes it just fucking eats away at you. It's like it's definitely
Yeah,
the thought I definitely throw hands with the most for sure.
I get you. I feel like I ain't gonna lie, on that Monday night, I think I had like a little moment.
Hmm.
Like my girlfriend went to sleep. I was just kind of awake, just
Fucking just doing
not
shit.
watching TV or nothing, bro. Just thinking, bro. Around like 11, bro, and it fucking just kind of hit me, bro. And I don't know, just feeling really emotional at that point. I'm like,
Hmm.
fuck, like the fuck is life, And like what way do you go? It's so fucking confusing sometimes. Because look, on my end, I kind of grew up with the mentality, yeah, business owner, hustle, do all that shit. But then on the other hand, it's kind of like I have like more of like I don't know what kind of mentality this would be, like more the philosophy mentality where it's enjoy the present moment. If you're gonna be working, definitely work hard, do all that shit. But it's more like live in the moment, I guess you could say, and don't put too much emphasis on the basically, I guess you could say, your objective, because then you're gonna not basically live in the present. And then
Yeah.
I kind of go back and forth where I'm like, okay, cool, I know it becomes something, but is fucking working 100 hours a week good? Like obviously, if you can make something out of it, it's gonna be amazing, right?
Hmm.
Or on the other hand, is more just living a more, how would you say it? The thing is, there's not really a correct way to live life. So I
Just
think
kind of
that's
more
my
enjoying
issue.
life, you would say.
Yeah, enjoying
I
it,
know.
going on walks and shit,
Hmm.
I don't know, shit like that,
Yeah,
bro.
hanging out with the homies and stuff. No, I can definitely. I mean, I can put some input on that because I feel like my
Mm,
first couple of years of this, I don't know. I've always seen life, and I think it's not even life. It's just for myself.
mm,
I'm a person that I'm all in or I'm all out. I think I've kind of talked about that in the past, and
yeah.
it's like that for many things. It's really hard for me to concentrate on something if I am halfway in. So it's like I'm either in or I'm out. I mean, I could give a few examples on that, but I think it's hard. And I did notice it when I first started, I was kind of more. all in for a while, where I wasn't really having much time with friends as much. And then it kind of came around where we kind of had like a little phase where you and me were just kind of hanging out all the time, going out.
Yeah.
And I did kind of see the business a little bit kind of diminish there because I wasn't putting my in, but I was enjoying life, every moment of it, you know. And then it was for a while I was just like, damn, like I'm not, my business, like I could tell, is not like, it needs me basically in a way. But then it's like, fuck it, then it takes you away from your life and you have to go all in. So I guess if you have an objective with what you're doing, whether it's like your business or going to school or whatever thing you're putting all your time into, that's not the enjoying the life part. If there's a plan with it, then I say chase it. But if not, then just try to balance it both the best you can. But you can get stuck in the other one really easily too, where just enjoy life, enjoy the friends, be happy with what you have. Just do your 9 to 5, and you don't know when your day's gonna come. So enjoy life. That one's always tough because that's always in the back of my head too. But I'm like,
yeah, but the FOMO will fuck you up, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like what could have been, you know?
That's where I'm more leaning towards that.
Got it.
Because I mean, I don't want to live with that. Damn, I should have done that. Yeah.
Or that makes sense.
Or not even that, but I feel like there's always a time to us too. Like I feel like I have a prime. You would say the business has a prime time, and if I'm not taking advantage of that prime time, then I'm gonna lose out and be overtaken by. I'm not saying by someone else, because the quality and my the
speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. But that's always something that kind of kills me at me too. So I'm like, I gotta take advantage of it and try to grow it while it's at its prime and it's known. Can't let it fall down, because there's a lot of business owners that I know that they let the business go and then they try to snap back into it once
it's too late.
It's too late. You lost it. You let off the gas. So,
damn, bro.
Yeah, it sucks. But I feel like after I realized the I'm all in or I'm all out kind of thing, it did kind of change things up for me, for the good and bad. Because I get people that feel bad for me all the time, or they tell me. Yeah. Actually, I had my neighbor tell me here literally yesterday. Monday,
shit!
That day I told you I was on cruise control.
Yeah.
I was just outside because I'm like, I gotta take a breather. Like, it was kind of a cooler day outside, and I was fucking breathing in all this fucking ceramic coatings and shit I was doing in here. And I'm like, I bet this shit smells like crazy, like chemicals in here. And I'm like, I just got to go outside, because once you're in it, you can't smell it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was just outside messaging a customer, and I seen like a dude on a bike, and it was my neighbor. And I really don't talk to him, but he knows of me and he's coming by. He's like, dude, you got to be the hardest worker I know. He's like, you're here like every day. He's like, for a while I thought you lived here. And I'm like, hey, I mean, I ought to live. And I just kind of like, I was honestly kind of out of it that day too. I was telling him, I feel like I kind of kept the conversation short, because he kind of just went. He's like, well, yeah, don't work too hard, dude. Like, take care, blah, blah. He's like, if you need anything, I'm here.
Damn, that's a real ass dude.
But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that thought. But yeah, it's basically, it's kind of either you're all in or you're all out. And sometimes you got to do that. I mean, I don't know. It comes and goes though. I feel like I have phases. Sometimes, I have the time where I'm just at home and I can chillax a little bit and vacation time. But it's hard.
Yeah, okay, bro.
At least for the age, I guess. I feel like I'm at an age where I can do this stuff. I feel like once I have a kid and stuff, I tell myself now, and I'm gonna keep my thing. But once I have kids, I'm like, I'm gonna have to let off. Like, I have to. Like, it's because my biggest thing is not have a kid, not grow up with like a dad, or be able to like play sports with a kid and like have I definitely want to supply that. So I'm keeping kind of that's like my excuse, I guess, to just work hard and fucking.
Got you.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah, bro. Fuck. Well, I'm glad you shed some light on that, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't really talk, to people about shit like this. And obviously, you're obviously a great person to talk to. We have a whole podcast about it, but I don't know. It's just something that's been on my mind. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, it's tough, because it's something that I'm the person that I don't have like someone to talk to about it either. But then I get people like our good friend Jeff here, or other business owners that come around, and something that sounds like they're in the same spot or still, or
that's what I say. They're older than us,
or they've gone through it. Yeah, and it's like, well, shit. I guess I'm not wrong for doing it, but at the same time, it still doesn't really reassure me that this is the right way. I don't think there's ever a right way.
Yeah, that's true, because you could always look at someone different and be like, oh, he has, something you want, but maybe he's lacking something, that you have, because, you obviously live in two different lifestyles and shit. So
And there's different industries, different things.
That's
I mean,
facts.
nothing has to be about business either.
That's facts too.
That's one thing I always tell people, like, don't ever think because I talk business or I have a business, you have to have a business to be
That's the only
successful.
way. Yeah,
Because there's so
exactly.
many other things. And I feel like we don't really shed light on that.
That's true.
I feel like we always just talk about a business has to be your thing, or
Like, yeah, the only way to make it out or be happy and shit like that.
it's really not. There could be many things. I mean,
No, that's facts, bro. You just gotta find, I feel like, the purpose. That's kind of it, bro. You know, if you find your purpose and it aligns with you, I feel like you'll be okay. Maybe
mm-hmm.
that's what's kind of fucked up with me right now, where it's like maybe I need to like get more clear on what that is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know like obviously like the whole grand scheme of things, you know, it's like growth. I wanna, you know, fucking help people eventually. You know, this is much, you know, not necessarily financially because, you know, I don't have an abundance of that, but with maybe, you know, I don't want to say I fucking know that much, but I know more than my previous version 5 years ago. And, you know, and if I could maybe get, you know, talk to, I guess you could say a specific audience that was where I was 5 years ago
Mm-hmm.
and save them maybe some time or share some experiences or even sit down with you and pick your brain and get some more fucking wisdom that way, then, you know, let's do it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's one thing. I mean, I think anyone that's older than you is definitely going to be more wise and have a little more.
Let's hope.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's hope. Some people, eh,
yeah.
I feel like you can always learn something from someone. Let's just say that.
That's actually facts. I mean, I've been more open to that. I mean, I always
Yeah,
like,
good or
you
bad.
know, you might come off the wrong way to me, but there's something out of you I could probably extract. And
Yeah.
I've kind of just switched up my way about being about that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I talked about that older dude that came in here that one time,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I finally accepted it. I'm like, I gotta take something out of this. Like, I can't just be looking at life that way. Where
Like,
it's just
oh,
like,
this fucking guy again. Yeah, I
yeah.
get you.
And he actually called me this week too about called me 3 times in a row. I was on a phone call and I didn't know it was him, but somebody called.
Oh,
Somebody called again. I'm like, God damn! So I call him back. Hey, this is Edgar with Endless Auto Styling. I'm like, I missed your call. And then it was that dude, and I was like, oh fuck. Like, what now? But basically, it was still car related stuff and stuff we've already talked about, but he just doesn't.
he hasn't pulled the trigger yet.
No, it does, but I think he just doesn't keep track of. I mean, he's older, so I feel like
Gotcha.
he's kind of losing some stuff, some thoughts, and
No, it's nice of you to have the patience, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
that's one thing
Yeah,
I took from that is basically this is a patience kind of
take
thing.
patience test.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, bro. That's actually one of the tasks and philosophies. Like anything that happens to you, you can use it as material to basically learn something.
Hmm.
So, like you just said, you just practice your patience. That's something I would do. At stoplights, I would fucking see that bitch go yellow. It's like fuck, let's hit that bitch, right? Nowadays, assuming I'm not like running late or nothing, you know, if it's I'm running late, I'm hitting that motherfucker. Fuck it.
Yeah, fucking one is right.
Yeah, facts. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, just be like, yeah, man, don't be in such a rush. Like, why are you in a rush? Like, you don't got an appointment, you're not going anywhere, you're going to your mom's house. Like, why the fuck are you tripping, you know?
Hmm.
So I try to be more like that, but I don't know. Sometimes I do catch myself going back to like the old ways, you know, falling off the patience wheel or getting a little bit more, you know, upset if something, more triggered, I guess you could
Hmm.
say. So, and then sometimes those kind of fuck me up because it's like, damn, I feel like I've done progress. Then I go back, but I'm not sure if I was just, you know, if I am losing progress or if I'm going back or if that's just the way things go.
Yeah, it's just the way things go. I don't think there's,
You're
you
just
know,
locked in forever.
that's just kind of the same thing I do. Sometimes I feel like it's one step forward and 10 back. So
Mm,
I don't, I don't think that's abnormal, but
okay.
yeah, I think you're good there, man. I think it's
Nah,
just
yeah, yeah,
as
yeah.
long as you're extracting something from it, like taking something from it, you can't. It's not ever wrong to go back. That's actually one thing I've trying to be accept more in my life is going back, taking basically a loss.
Uh-huh.
Um, not that I have a lot of loss, but if I have something that didn't go my way, at
Mm.
least like, hey, it's let's learn from it and let's just keep going. Fuck it.
And with that, do you mean something that happened to you recently, or do you ever reflect on stuff back in the day, like 5 years ago, and you're like, "Holy shit," and make connections that way sometimes?
It both. I mean,
Really?
just recently, I mean, I've had some vehicle stuff, that truck that's out there.
Oh, yes.
Just shit like that. I'm just like, well, that's never a thing again. I had a conversation with our good friend here too, and
Hmm.
he's like, yeah, just, I mean, I wouldn't, if just don't do shit like that again. Like, it's
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
make sense for you. And then I always reflect back. I'm like, fuck, if I would have done that like 2 years ago and put myself there, I would have been
Mm.
here right now. But there's always gonna be those thoughts. We all have those thoughts. I feel like even I can feel like you have a lot of those too. Or,
No, 100%, bro. But I feel like it is good though because a lot of people sometimes dismiss the fact that they have experiences in the past. Those mistakes, maybe like you said, you learned something right now, and then you kind of reflect back on it 2 years ago, and it kind of, I feel like it solidifies the concept because it's like, fuck, I could have done that there. And yeah, and then basically what I'm trying to get at here is like, it's always good to reflect on past shit that happened to you, and try to further analyze it as well, because you might uncover something there, if that makes sense. So
there's always something to extract from it. Yeah. I think I've always been a person that is always a big believer in, and it's not for everyone, obviously, but I am a big believer everything happens for a reason. Because I feel like I've extracted shit from the past, and I'm like, literally, if that wouldn't have happened back then, this wouldn't have happened now. Maybe for many things. I mean, if I wouldn't have, I mean, it could have been, I don't know, something on a motorcycle. If I wouldn't have fucking stopped and done this, I would have got hit by that car because there's a car accident in front of me, or just random shit like that, or just even like with relationships you build with people, or like if I wouldn't have
met this dude,
if I would have got that point from that guy and I would have done work from him, I would have regretted it because it would have put, basically that guy went down a bad path and I could have gone with him. So it's like there's always so many ways to extract things.
Yeah. You good or bad? Because you feel like you said good because, or maybe even bad, like something bad happened, and now you reflect on like, oh shit, like, let's not do that again, right?
But by reflecting, that's what kind of got me to think that way now, where everything happens for a reason. Even though sometimes at the moment it seems like it's the worst thing that could have happened, I think down the road you're gonna reflect back on it and see that was probably the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah, hopefully, if you have the great, like a right attitude and shit, you could turn it around. But
I don't know. I have a big thing with that. With everything happens for a reason, and then the karma, what goes around kind of comes around, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm big on that. I mean, I love to help people out, even though I don't get nothing in return sometimes. But I know some way, somehow, something will come back around to me, and it might be just like a thought kind of thing or a mindset.
Yeah.
It might not even happen,
but
that
it
way.
Works for you.
But if it works for me, so I keep going that way about it. So
nah, fuck with that, bro. And I appreciate you for being honest and be like, hey, like, I'm not really too sure if this is the way, but fuck, this shit works for me, and I'm happy. So
yeah, there's many ways of going about it. It just depends how you want to live it, man.
It's actually insane, bro, because there's not really no
there's no fucking instruction book for everyone.
No, not nowadays either. This shit's so complex and shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Everybody's got their own little instruction and manual and how to wire their shit. Yeah, we're all wired different. That's what my old boss would tell me. He's like, that motherfucker's wired different.
He got some cables missing. Fuck.
You're not kidding. He's got his cables crossed. That's what he would say about something else. But yeah.
Gotcha. Nah, bro. Nah, the shout out. I know we started this, I guess this topic at the beginning of the conversation and got into this, but nah, just to kind of end it. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's not really. Maybe it's confusion sometimes where it's like, fuck, like
what's right or what?
Yeah, basically.
You ever have a way to get yourself out of those thoughts if you have like thoughts like that? Let's say like for Monday you have, I mean, I'm sure you have those like every once in a while. I mean, we all do. Yeah. Is there like something that like the next day, how do you go about it the next day? You just kind of, it's a new day, new, let's try something new, or?
Fuck, bro. To be honest, sometimes it depends. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes it just puts me down, and the next day, obviously, I'm gonna still work and go to the gym and shit. Like
that shit lurks around for a minute.
Yeah, but yeah, that shit's like around, just kind of in, the thing. And then maybe they're there for a reason, though. Maybe it's there for me to reflect further and change something. When you're not necessarily happy or feel like that something's missing, maybe that's your soul or some shit like that trying to tell you that you could keep be doing something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep searching, keep finding, find the answers.
Exactly. So I feel like I put myself in that mode a lot. Yeah. So yeah, it might be, well, it's bad in the current phase or the current state because you're fucking suffering a little bit. But if, like you said, if you're able to maybe make something out of that, then shit, that was good in retrospect. Like, yeah, you fucking did it, bro. It fucking pushed you to seek what you were missing and fill that gap in. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of where I'm at, I guess you could say. I do have a game plan when I come back and shit like that, but it's always just, I don't know. I just be looking at my life sometimes and I just be questioning shit, just because going back, there's no right or wrong way. Yeah. So it's always come to something like, fuck, but that's kind of why it's good to just talk about this and maybe even.
No, it's always good to question it for sure. Because I mean, I don't think if you're not questioning it, then I feel like you're already in the wrong there. So I feel like you're already, going in the right direction by questioning it. Because if you're living your life every single day and you're not questioning it, if you're in the wrong or the good, and you're just going literally by
just whatever.
You're fucking an autopilot kind of like I was talking about. Like you're gonna, before you know it, you're gonna be 70 and you're done.
Yeah, bro.
So I think you're in the great path or right path if you're questioning your life. And it might sound fucked up because you obviously are questioning it, and by questioning it, you always get yourself in a bad spot sometimes. I mean, it's not just you; it's anyone. But I think it's healthy to be questioning stuff and asking questions, and as long as you're finding answers to it, or searching for the answer.
Yeah, bro. Got to keep fucking searching, bro. Yeah, you can't give up and shit. But yeah, man, I feel like I've been finding myself in a more state like that. But I've just been thinking like, damn, man, like I'm pretty sure there's a way to not boost your, your fucking behavior, I guess. But but yeah, maybe like you said, maybe it's don't just escape it and try to be happy. Maybe it's if there's something going on, maybe it's something else trying to tell you something. So
dig a little deeper.
Yeah. So maybe I just gotta keep reflecting more and not sit on my hands a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes I do that. I do all my shit that I have to do, cross everything off my checklist, and in my head it's like, oh, cool, it's time to chill now. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of disregard everything. Well, while I could be like, maybe I could, I don't know. Like you said, you could always do more. And then maybe that's what's hitting me a little bit too, because it's like maybe I'm comparing. I think what it is too, I ain't gonna lie, I'm comparing myself right now to like the previous years. Last year, right now, I would have been motherfucking recording videos, sending them out to like clients, emails, all that shit.
Yeah.
The year previously, I think I was still doing, I was still doing real estate. I'm not sure if I had any active transactions, but I was doing that. Before that, it was like the last 3-4 years, right? But it was like COVID too on top of that. And when COVID's going around, I feel like the whole world had the mentality of, oh shit, the world shut down. Like it's okay to like fucking let go.
Slack off, yeah.
Exactly. But now the mentality is fuck, everything's going to shit. So it's kind of maybe I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with maybe how I feel as well.
Could be, yeah. No, I think it definitely affects a lot of people for sure. But going back to a little bit to what you're saying about like sometimes you feel like shit, and but it reminds me of this analogy where it was like it was a guy digging a hole, and he got tired of digging the hole, but he was like literally like 2 more days of digging that hole, he would have got to the gold.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Versus the guy that just kept digging, he got to it, and now he is in his cool stage or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it's like you just gotta keep going. Well, basically, what the analogy is just even though you're not it's not the best. It's not sounding like it's the best for you or the funnest time, but it's like you just got to keep going. You'll finally hit it. But it's like that's a whole nother mental thing too. It's like how I think. Like I put myself in those fucking deep spots where I'm just like, yeah, you got to keep going. Like, but that's not for everyone either, because some people it does more harm than good for some people's mentality.
Not having a fucking break and just thinking life's just all work and shit.
Yeah, because that does not go with everyone. For some people, that will literally kill someone. Like, not kill them, but like take years off their lives. Like, some people are not wired, you would say, like for that kind of mental stress. And some people can, because they can maybe close it down and then just extract other things from it. Like, oh, you're doing this for this and this. And other people won't extract that. They're doing like, I'm literally killing myself for this. Like, I'm losing my family, and obviously to certain.
Yeah, to the extreme. Yeah.
But yeah, that little analogy came up to me right now when you said that.
No, yeah.
What'd you say after that? Though? You were saying about the Damn, I lost my train of thought there.
Nah, you're good, bro. No, you basically put me in a better state though. So yeah, I appreciate that, man.
I'm glad I could, man. Yeah, anytime. Just let me know.
Yeah, of course,
I don't know
brother.
how much help here sometimes.
No. Yeah, I wanted this to be a little bit more of a vulnerable episode, because again, I don't want people to be on Instagram. Holy shit, these motherfuckers think they're, I don't know.
Yeah,
they're all not even just that, but that they're always happy, that life's fucking perfect and shit like that.
Definitely not.
Yeah, no, bro. Yeah, no.
We're fighting demons half the time. I don't make it sound that bad either, but no, it's always it's a roller coaster. At least for me as a business owner, there's no ever good day, like perfect day. You would say there's always going to be something to the day, and unfortunately, I mean, it can get easier at times, but before you know it, you get fucking thrown that,
Yeah. Thrown for a little loop. Shit.
Yep. So that's always how it goes, though. But
no, real shit.
That's why I like when it's going good for so long, I'm just like, all right, something's coming.
Ah, shit.
Something's
It's like,
going.
what's around the
It
corner?
can't be this good to be true. Yeah. No, sometimes it's kind of unfortunate, but sometimes it is like that. Sometimes I'm like, everything's going too good. And yeah, sure enough, everything and so far they say, everything good comes to an end. So you got to take that for what it is,
Yeah.
because yeah,
No, you're right, bro.
can't take advantage of it. I've seen too many people fail from that. They don't expect nothing bad to happen, and they're just like, oh fuck, this is the
Get caught off guard.
yeah, I'm in the fucking green. Like, let's do this, do that, and usually it comes down to spending.
Okay,
Like
I was about to just say that. Do
most
you think it's
people,
because of preparation? And it sounds like it is.
it just seems like it's just the spending. They start doing good and they start spending, and I mean, I'm one myself too. I mean,
Guilty, yeah.
I start doing good
I
and
started like that.
I
Yeah.
start spending too, and then before you know it, like just anything can happen. I mean, you could be just it slows down at work. You can have an injury. You can fucking your dog can get sick, or a loved one, or unexpected shit is always going to come around. So you always got to prepare for everything. So
That's facts, bro. Prepare for these. Well, now it's kind of hard to prepare if you already struggling, but hopefully this is a lesson to your future self when shit is good. It's like, hey, just because shit's good right now doesn't mean it's gonna be good later. Plus, most of life is fucking cycles, is what I've
oh yeah,
noticed. It's not just fuck yeah, life's so good. Oh my god, yeah, we made it. It's kind of like you said, that up and down shit. It's cycles. It's like, oh shit, fuck, shit, here we go. And that might not last just like a day or two. Maybe that's like a year phase, or it might be a longer like phase cycle, I guess.
yeah.
So yeah, bro, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. You got to prepare for the dark times.
No, exactly. You do, because it's only good for so long. But I mean, like I don't know. I feel like like you're saying, we want to talk about like how it really is sometimes, but
Yeah.
obviously don't ever see it like it's just always going to be a downer for
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
it gets better. I mean, there'll always be the good days. I mean, we could always talk about the good stuff too.
No, 100%, 100%. Well, we have two choices, like Edgar just said. On one hand, you can be like, look at the world like, oh my god, this shit's not even worth it. I'm not gonna try. Fuck all that, right? The only person you're really harming there is yourself. Like your quality of life is gonna go down. Even maybe your self esteem about yourself is gonna go down because now you see the world as such a fucking dark and I don't know, just horrific place. And now you're in it. You're living it. That's your world. So now I feel like that's gonna affect you, and maybe even affected me a little bit mentally, where it's like, now you just have a little energy frequency or whatever the fuck. While on the other hand, if you feel like there's a way and you can keep improving, then shit, man. The only thing that I feel like, in my opinion, that could go, yeah, I feel like it's only benefits at that point, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're only going to benefit for being prepared. Like
Oh,
like preparation you talked about like before. Like it's not always luck. When certain things come around to you, it's preparation. Like being
yeah,
prepared for.
that's what they say. They say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So I
So always
get you
be
on that.
ready. Like don't
That's facts.
have that have that hand on the trigger,
Yeah, ready to
the finger on the
fucking
trigger.
draw. Stop.
Yeah. No, that's
Real shit, bro. All right, man. Let's I know we started the pod a little different actually, bro. So shit, let's start a little backwards, bro. How's life, man? How's the weekend, bro? How's business, bro? I know
it's
you kind of
good.
filled me a little bit, but
A little busy, this weekend I did some yard work and all that. Got the lawn looking nice.
oh
Lawn's coming
shit.
in.
Okay. You have any barbecues yet?
Nah, not
Come
yet.
on, pa.
No, I need to have a little
Take
barbecue.
advantage of the weather, bro.
That's a fact. Or
Yeah.
it'd be hot as shit.
Bro, super hot.
But no, it's been good. Just business has been good.
Glad,
Customers keep
bro.
coming in. Keep booking appointments for now going into the following
What are you booking for July now?
July.
Holy shit.
So like,
That's fucking
I mean,
crazy.
it sounds amazing, right? But at the same time, this is where I'm just me mentally. This is the part where fucking you would think everybody would think this is amazing for you,
Oh yeah, you're so
but me mentally,
busy.
I'm just like, nah, dude. Like it's fucked up because out of all those people, I could be taking on more. Like there's so many more people that just walk out because I can't take him in sooner. And I
Oh,
just feel like that fucking just, and I
god
think for
damn.
that's why I like work my ass off even more because then I'm like,
You could
no,
take more of that opportunity
yeah.
in.
Well, I was telling you about like numbers and stuff last pod, and it's like it's crazy. I'm able to do just as much work as when I had a helper, if not even more.
Just by
But me
yourself.
solo. But I think it's the little bit of the ego part of me too, where I'm just like, no, I can't go backwards in my business. Like the business had to keep growing as far as like
Mm.
numbers go, even though
God damn, bro. Do you well Well, you just let me know that you're always here. You're always working, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to get to a point where you do kind of hit a ceiling, right?
Mm.
Because it's not like you can multiply yourself.
Mm-mm. I mean, I try to manage it, somewhat. Like, yesterday I went home at a decent time.
Mhm.
Today, too, I'm done for the day. I mean, obviously I'm back here, but
Yeah, yeah,
this is
yeah, yeah.
not work. This is literally like my chill time that I have once a week was with you. But so yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm working my ass off, but I definitely, like, let's say 2 weeks out of the month will be basically
You grinding.
grinding like crazy. And then the other like 2 weeks would be kind of more chill, still working, but not here till fucking 5 a.m. But
Got you. You're still grinding. Don't get me wrong. It's
yeah,
just it's not fucking 24-hour,
yeah,
shifts and shit like that.
yeah. But
Jeez.
but
Okay.
yeah, basically because of that. I mean, I've been kind of like, I think that's I've been kind of coming to that. I'm like, well, I think that's what's making me work like crazy. Because I mean, I think everybody has the right to just say no. I mean, I can say no.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
no, that's fucking it. I can't do it. But
You see that
uh,
money, bro.
that,
Opportunity.
but yeah, the opportunity really, and then the growth. I'm just like, those are customers. Like, I got to take care of them. They've been here for me. They supported me when I was just coming up, and they're still coming with new vehicles, new stuff. So I'm like, I got to take care of those people. So I'm like, just bring it this day. I'll figure it out. So I'll fucking end up working until 5 a.m. or something because I'm
Got you.
fitting someone in. But that's also the part too. I don't just want to stop and go backwards because I got to keep it going. Basically, you just gotta, what's the word? I like, just hold it up basically. Because the business, it's been growing every year. I mean, speaking for myself, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's been growing every year, and then I feel like if I was to let it go back down, it's kind of like the whole thing where it's at its pinnacle right now, like of growth. Like I just got to keep up with it. So I got to put in, the work to keep it up, or if not, I feel like it's gonna hurt me more mentally.
Got you. Okay.
And it could be, like I said, it's more probably an ego thing too, where it's just like I don't want to let off the gas because it'll fuck me up. But that's just one battle I go through. I mean, that's one of
No, that's
many.
some real shit, bro. That's some real shit.
Because yeah, number wise, it's great, but yeah, it's kind of weird how to explain that.
No. I understood every little bit of that. So
Yeah,
no, yeah, just different. I guess we all fighting demons, different ones, but
yeah.
yeah.
But every once in a while, I mean, like I said, I still take some time. Like I said, this weekend, a little bit more time. Well, I wouldn't say this whole weekend I had a whole time
There
because
you go.
I was here one of those days pretty late. But it throws me off too. It throws a curveball on me because my girlfriend, she has a schedule, but sometimes she gets put on call. It just depends on the senses they have. A lot of people are not, or babies.
Yeah.
In her case, but so sometimes she gets put on call, and then I get put in the spot where I'm like, so you're really gonna work all night, and your girl's gonna be at home, and so sometimes I'll just have to. She really, she knows it is what it is. Like you do what
Yeah.
you think, you go about your day the way it was gonna go, but me mentally it doesn't sit right with me.
No, I
So
get you.
it's hard for me sometimes to step away. So sometimes I'll plan like I'm like, cool, she's going to work all weekend. I'm just gonna grind all weekend,
Yeah.
and then she gets put on call or something, and then that really fucks that throws a curveball into the whole situation. But yeah, I mean, overall, I try to keep it good. But overall, I mean, I can't complain. Business has been good, like I said.
That's good, bro.
Life's been good in general. So got a trip coming up here soon.
Yeah, bro, you going fucking Puerto Rico?
With you, I mean, you got one too. So
Yeah, bro.
we're gonna do our one post a year probably.
Shit, I skipped my post last year.
You did, huh? You did go to Cali and
fucking honest, I was like, yeah, fuck all
yeah.
that shit, bro. That's actually something that I want to transition to, bro.
Hmm.
Do you think that like by not posting that much shit, like like basically what I'm trying to say is, do you think if we posted a little bit more, we'd be like a little happier? And this is gonna sound weird, not just with posting shit. It's with because basically what I'm trying to say is sometimes I feel like me and you are kind of like that. We don't like sharing too much, but I feel like we're missing the little validation of feeling appreciated sometimes. And maybe you don't give a fuck about that appreciation, but sometimes like you can't say that it doesn't feel good. Like everyone wants to be appreciated
Absolutely.
and uplifted, right? But at the same time, we also don't want to be those fucking people that are like fucking trying to get praise thrown at us every fucking day, right?
Yeah.
So with me saying that, it's like if it's like a good balance, maybe sometimes like, yeah, it is good to post. Like, what? Stop being a fucking weirdo. Like, why are you not posting? Or what? I don't know. That's another thing that I've been trying to like figure out. Where it's like, maybe it is good to post once in a while. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Right?
gonna lie. I feel good when I post my for my business at
Same,
least.
bro. Yeah.
And even my personal sometimes too, you know, you get the validation, you would say. But
Yeah.
as far as my personal, I feel like that's one of those things where I do fall in those. Like I'm either all in or I'm all out. So I'm like, I honestly don't feel like I have the time, and not even that, but I fucking
Mhm.
second guess and question myself about the wording I use, the certain picture I
That
posted.
sucks. You're right though.
So I'm like, that that's where
It's
I'm
too much
like,
work.
so I'm like, once a year, if that'd be cool. But I'm like I said, that's one of those where I fall in. I'm either all in or I'm all out because I can't live with being. It fucks with me. There's a lot of shit like that too with the business too. Like sometimes I won't post forever because I'm just like I'm out. Like don't even include me in that. I'm not gonna post like one and then go off for 5 months. Like
Got
if
you.
I usually post, I kind of post like for like 2 months, kind of
Yeah.
consistently, and
Pretty consistently.
try something like that. But yeah, I think there's a little bit there that, I mean, like I said, when I post my business, I feel really good about it because I'm like I'm putting out my work. People really like it. They share it, comment, and it does a little, you know, bring a smile to your face, a little warmth to the heart. But yeah, maybe personal stuff like because I mean, you post on our podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not really like we're not getting a whole lot of reaction or not reaction, but
Yeah, I
like,
guess that's a little bit different, man.
but it
No, I do
probably,
definitely do appreciate everyone that likes that shit though.
oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, 100%. That
We definitely see that.
100. Oh, for sure we do. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck a little update on that real quick. Instagram's doing, pretty good. I feel like Instagram does a pretty, I don't want to say a poor job of putting our content out there because sometimes some of our reels do get a decent amount of views, but I don't really see that being converted into that many likes or like follows, if that makes sense. Unless
Yeah.
some shit goes crazy viral, then at that point, you might get a few. But the one that's actually been doing pretty high is YouTube, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck they're doing over there. Shout out YouTube.
Like the shorts and all that.
Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah, I do see that.
averaging like a K each. Like what the fuck?
Hmm.
That's insane.
No, it's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Instagram is kind of deceiving sometimes. Sometimes if I can, that doesn't bring that little warmth to me. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck, dude, what's the even point of posting? Because
yeah.
you take the time to take these pictures. I take forever to post something because I
Mm-hmm.
go through figuring out what's the right writing or wording for it.
Yeah. The
And then
filter, probably the fucking angle of the
it
picture.
just gets fucking 11 likes or something. I mean,
Like,
I haven't got one that low in a while, but
nah, I
even
get you.
then, I mean, I keep an eye on those because I go back to, yeah, going back to those things you compare to your past. And
Yeah.
I remember my last post, I mean, they would get like 100, they would get 80, like no questions asked. They'd always get pretty high numbers. And I was like, it's not like I'm putting poor quality out there. I'm like, if not anything, it's better
Oh,
quality.
100%.
It's just, I think it's just like Instagram itself. And it could be the thing where you kind of fall out a little bit too. Like we were talking about a few podcasts ago about the whole
Mm-hmm.
kind of the reason I got into it because I was still really big in the car community.
Oh, yes.
And maybe that's a little bit too, where now it's just like the people that are kind of just stuck along, they're still kind of somewhat in the car community or they come here pretty frequently. They're still liking it, but it's not like back then shit was just getting shared like in crazy pages and getting a bunch of likes there. But not to veer off when we were talking about,
No, no,
but
no, 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 no. You on some
yeah,
shit, man.
but
But no, you're right though. It's crazy because like I could say I don't care about like the likes and shit, but it's weird, bro. You post that motherfucker and you're looking at that shit. It's
yeah,
fucked up.
yeah.
So I feel like it is pretty cool that Instagram added that feature. I feel like I gotta turn that shit on. It's like,
Oh, so you don't see it?
yeah, it's like, bro, why the fuck am I even looking at that shit, right?
It's a
Maybe,
fact, yeah.
yeah, maybe it's good feedback, like for your business though, where it's like, oh, maybe people want to see more content like this. But sometimes I'm always thinking, like, what if it's just the fucking algorithm just
Mm,
being shit? Because I have a theory that back in the day, it was way easier to grow like a page or something.
absolutely, I can agree with that,
Yeah, right.
100%.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Because now I think this motherfuckers Meta are trying to push their ads, bro.
Mm,
They're trying to be like, fuck free, free promo, whatever, unless it's really good.
pay for the shit.
Like funny shit like that, like the shit that gets shared a lot, that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
go viral regardless. So you can't stop that. But I'm talking about like,
Mm,
like our shit isn't like, oh, you watch it and I'm like, holy fuck, dude, what you just shit in that short fucking changed my life.
mm-hmm.
Like it's not like as you could say that maybe viral worthy. But I feel like these motherfuckers are trying to like push us to spend on like to boost the shit is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I think that's their
I've been
goal.
pretty close to boosting something just to kind of test it. Like literally to the point where I had in my credit card number already,
Oh
but I
shit.
was just like, no, I'm not giving these fuckers $36
That's what I'm saying,
for
bro. What the
1 week of shit.
fuck?
And it bugged me in my head. And I'm like, you shouldn't be like, just because you want more likes or you want to like, because for me specifically, it was just like, I want to see how many more likes I can get.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, think back to what situation you're in. You're fucking booked out a month and a half or 2 months. You're blessed already with work. Like, you don't need more. Like, this is just an ego shit.
Yeah.
You want to have your shit to be a little bigger. So I just accepted that, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this.
I ain't gonna lie, some real shit that you fucking made that connection, because a lot of the times it goes back to that shit, bro.
What's like the people that pay for the fucking check mark, bro? It's like that's a whole different thing. I mean, I could see it in certain situations.
Yeah. Like if you have a personal brand, but if you're like, no, I get you.
It all comes with, if you have a plan for something, like, it makes sense. But if you're,
I like that.
But if you're just fucking doing it for the ego part,
the status or whatever the fuck, oh, look at me.
Yeah, even though it sucks, because we were talking about that, like, the likes do affect us. Like,
it's fucked up.
We would love to see that bitch at 100+, like, on everything, and oh, cool. Like,
yeah, and it's crazy because I could say I don't care about it, and I want to not care, but it's like the human thing. Like, that's kind of going back to the whole posting on social media shit, where it's like, just because we know that humans crave validation, and we're like, you know what, I don't need that shit, doesn't mean that we don't need it still. We still need that shit. We still want to be appreciated and shit, you know? Like, you could, that's one thing, bro. Like, if it's authentic praise to anyone, like, you can make the motherfuckers grin, bro. Doesn't matter who it is. It's just like some human shit, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of going back to that. It's like, maybe sometimes we deprive ourselves of that validation. I mean, whether that be for ourselves or other people, just because it's like, nah, like, I don't want to, you know. But sometimes I don't know. I was just thinking about that shit, where it's like, maybe we're just, you know, we should get a little bit, and not like I said, not going and fucking posting all the time, but a little don't hurt. Like, you know, everyone wants to be appreciated, you know. Like,
yeah, if there was like a way we can do that, I think it'd be very good for us. Like, if there was like, I don't know, something,
bro, post your truck, like, you fucking do a little donut in the parking lot, bro. Like,
bro, because I think back sometimes too. Like, I'd post a bunch of shit. Like, I'd probably post like almost like daily on Snapchat, or, you know, every couple of the weekend for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think daily, but weekends and shit. Yeah,
but I
the gas station pics, notorious, bro. I remember the gas station pics.
Yeah, and now it's just like, back then it was kind of cool, but I don't know.
Now you kind of feel weird, or
I
what? That's what I'm saying.
But I think I started accepting, like, the age I am too, bro.
And but just because you're about to be 30 don't mean that, like...
It's because back then we were thinking, like, this motherfucker's old as shit and still posting. Like, yeah, you can have that because you're old as shit, you know? It's because I always thought too, I'm like, this dude's like flashing his car and shit, but I'm like, yeah, you're old. You can afford that shit.
You're hating a little bit, okay.
And now I'm like...
You're in there.
Yeah, I'm older. I mean, of course I can afford that and this and that because I worked hard for my shit, but... but yeah, I put myself, like, kind of the podcast, I put myself in people's shoes sometimes, and sometimes it fucks me up more than it should, but
yeah, it's like our own self-perception of ourselves, which is inaccurate because we're, you know, in our own bodies. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's like, oh, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do that or post that. Yeah,
it's almost like I've had like a whole new set of people. Maybe I probably wouldn't care, but like, I think that's like the same
circle.
Yeah, and some people, I mean, I don't know, I feel like some people obviously doesn't come off as like good. It comes off as like, oh, he's just showing off, or so.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. I'll see. You know, that's kind of one thing I was thinking about. I was like, fuck, both of us are gonna go on vacation. More than likely, we're gonna be posting some shit. But it's like, are we only gonna post when we have a fucking vacation every 6 months or whatever? Or I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I post. I did post last year, but it was at the beginning of the year. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I posted like none of the vacations last year, but
maybe just a story or some shit, right?
Yeah. No, but I did post like the beginning. We went to the Virgin Islands, I think.
Oh,
but it felt like it was the year before because it was right at the beginning of the year.
Oh, literally, huh?
In January, yeah. So, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
I guess we'll give it a shot, right? We'll see if
it. Man, fucking crazy shit. I know this is probably a crazy conversation. Like, damn, I don't know. I was gonna listen to this podcast and we're gonna talk about fucking getting likes and shit. Like, I don't know. It's more deeper, I guess. It's more of the need as a person to feel validated and appreciated.
Yeah, especially if you don't, you don't get it from home. And
yeah, bro. Because I feel like, thinking about it this way, if you're somebody that doesn't ever get appreciated, bro, imagine what kind of like fucking life you gotta be living. Like, you probably just feel like, bro, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, if your work's not, your boss is not really telling you nothing. If
you go home, your wife and kids don't fucking give a shit about you. Like, you're just gonna be like, nice. Like, yeah, that I don't seem too fun either. So
no, I can see it going like that too for a lot of people. A lot of people might be in that already, honestly. So you got to figure out some kind of way to get that validation.
And I ain't gonna lie, to get that validation, the easiest way and I fucking struggle with this. I ain't gonna lie.
Go buy a brand new whip.
I feel like that's artificial validation. That's like more like,
yeah.
But it's something I've heard, but I struggle to implement it. It's like if you want love, give it first. Like real shit, bro.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like compliment some motherfucker shit, you know, and you know, I feel like this is something I've actually noticed in female posts on Instagram. Every female, right? Post something on Instagram. They got
each other, bro.
Everybody, bro, there's like 30 females in that bitch. Like, oh my God, you fucking girl. Fine. Go girl. Hearts, fire emojis. Yeah. They do it. And then they kind of remember who did that shit. And then when the other, person posts, they do that shit, bro. Damn. I feel like guys definitely aren't, locked in like that. But I see that shit, bro. I see that shit. But that's one form where I was like, hey, they're giving love and they're getting that shit back. Next time you post, let me know, bro. yo.
Yo, the fire emojis. You go, my boy. You
fucking got gorilla emojis and shit.
yeah.
But that's some shit I was noticing, bro. I was
like,
facts, that's fucking wild.
Every time the female posts, that's they have their backs,
Yeah, it's some shit, bro. But that's some shit I be noticing, bro. But
no, but the love thing, I mean, like it kind of goes back to me where I say, what goes around comes around, So,
facts.
But that's a fact. That's a big one.
Yeah, I need to get better at that. And just not to be a fake ass fool, right? It has to be authentic. So, for example, if I see somebody with like, I don't know, a cool fucking pair of shoes I like or something, hey man, like cool shoes. I'm like, oh cool man. Like I actually did said it's some dude that was working at the gym one day. He was wearing like a cool belt. But I just got to be more.
And then the big thing I think with people is sometimes they want in return something, and you can't have that. Like you said, you just got to
exactly. It has to be authentic.
If he gives you a fucking fuck you or whatever, like hey, just take it as it is.
Exactly.
Like, if it came out genuine, you wouldn't have to receive it back as that way.
Yes,
but
sir.
Some people are always expecting like, man, I called this guy out like on his shit. He didn't say shit back to me. Like
facts. Yeah, you can't. Don't never live your life like that.
Yeah, you're at the wrong step already. So
yeah. It doesn't even go with compliments. It can go for favors too. Oh, I did this motherfucker a favor. Hey, you gotta,
Yeah, it's like when I do people stuff. I mean, I'm not expecting nothing in return. I'm like, here, I did your this for that. Don't worry about it. I'll just mention it sometimes. Sometimes I don't even say nothing. I'll just put it like in the quote.
That's real shit.
I'll put like what I did, but a zero on it. Like they didn't get charged. Like a whole list of things, and if they see it, they see it. If not, they don't even know it's on there. But I know I did it for them. So
yeah.
And sometimes they come back and they're like, "Hey, yo, you did this, but you didn't charge me for it." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you got it. It's all good."
That's real shit, bro.
So, but it's very unlikely people catch stuff catch on to stuff like that. But yeah, you got to do stuff out of the heart, from the heart. So
100%. Always just be authentic. And then eventually, if you put a bunch of love out there, I'm not gonna say you're gonna receive all the love you got back, but fuck, let's say you get a 10th of that shit back. Hey, man, you
got to put the good energy out to get it back,
100%, bro. I was watching hearing a podcast, and they were basically describing who the popular kids were, like in middle school, high school, shit like that. And they found out that the people that are the most popular are the people that basically talk to everybody. And I was just like, holy shit, that's kind of interesting, because I always thought it was day or back then? No, just how it works. It kind of makes sense. You know more people, you talk to them, like you just kind of get known. If you're fucking quiet, shy, all that, insecure, maybe not, freaking ugly or some shit's wrong with you, then obviously that's gonna be a fucking hindrance. I ain't gonna lie. But that was something interesting, because I always thought, when we were growing up, it's like, who the fuck are the popular kids? Is usually, probably rich white kids, to be honest with you. Obviously there's popular kids in like different groups, so I guess I haven't really digested that, but yeah, it was kind of like the extroverts, the people that fucking, were a little bit more confident, the people that talk to everybody. That's kind of how you get popular, right?
Yep.
And I don't know, for some reason I never really made that connection. And I'm not saying I don't want to be popular and no shit like that, but if you do, then just show love, basically, right?
You got to be the one, that stands out basically from everybody else.
Exactly, bro. So yeah, man, just a lot of reflecting this week, man.
That's good, man. It's good to reflect, sit back, and kind of have like a little restart with yourself. I call them restarts. They're not really restarts, but
they are
basically,
bro.
like a little reflect, where it's like, all right, let's go into it with a new game plan. Let's try something new, because it's always good to be making changes. And just going back, I feel like you always got to be changing it up. As comfortable as I don't know. It's good because you're enjoying life. Sometimes like that's almost fucked up, because I feel like I do this too often, where I'll be like too comfortable and happy about something. And like I it's not like I tend, it sounds more fucked up saying it, but I tend to like fuck it up because I know like it shouldn't be
that good.
Yeah. Like,
Damn. So you like self-sabotage.
yeah, in a way, which bringing me more work or just throwing some fucking thing into my plate that is just going to cause more stress and more work. I mean, I've always, you told me shit like this sometimes, or like you when I got that third job back then, and or when I get like these ideas about let's do this and like nothing makes sense, but like I feel like it's like kind of a thing to like just keep me on my toes, I guess. But it could be bad because it fucking fucks up other shit with.
That's true. It could be good and bad though, because I feel like it does challenge you a little bit, and you've overcome some of those challenges, and I feel like it put you in a way better position
Yeah,
as well.
some I lose,
Exactly.
So
Facts.
sometimes they're just like learning things, but yeah, I mean, from them, I feel like I always try to extract something from it. And it's not even that. Like sometimes it brings out the true colors of certain people, which is also really good because you want to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
You don't want to have fucking
Yeah.
those slithering snakes.
That's true though, because when everything's good, bro,
that long,
shit, you're good. Hey, that fucking grass, that shit looking good, bro.
You gotta bust
But
out the mower every once in a while,
that's a fact, bro.
Catch some heads.
Yep. 100%, man. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta wait for the tough times, and that shit.
Yeah.
That shit comes out pretty easy. It's like nice.
Yeah, I seen something today. I mean, I don't even recall it really well, but it was about like the friends. It's like if it's really easy to make friends. It was actually an Alex Hormozy thing where it's like if it's easy to if you have a lot of friends and it's easy to get a lot of friends, then don't expect to have those friends like be there for you kind of thing.
Basically, quality over quantity. Basically, is what he's trying to say.
But it's like if you have little friends, don't be something like don't be pissed about having it being hard to find friends because those are literally you're in a better spot because basically you're looking for the right ones and those are going to be really hard to find.
That's a fact, bro. It's really hard to find good people. I've been noticing like if any job, bro, like they're always looking for good people, like straight up. But it's hard. Like even you said yourself, like I wish I had a good I think you said mechanic or some shit like that. That's kind of growing, like doesn't have a full shop, has all the overhead, so they could come down in price. But it's kind of hard to find them people, bro.
It's hard. They're out there, but yeah, it's hard to find them. Because I mean, like us at one point. I mean, there's someone else out there like us, like someone like you at one point. Where they're mowing around a Jetta straight piped, and
like,
there's another one out there.
Jesus Christ.
And there's another one like me probably out there that is
body shop right now
doing something. Yeah. I see sometimes like on like RBLA, I think like their YouTube channel. Sometimes I'll see like a younger kid in there and like
at the shop like working.
Yeah, he's been on there for a minute.
Oh,
and it just reminds me kind of like me. I'm like that kid's probably just like out of high school, just like doing the shitty work like I was. But eventually, who knows? He might come up and do something. Like I just put myself in his shoes because I was there at one point. Who knows if he has the mentality to keep it going or be prepared for those opportunities to get him there. But yeah, sometimes like I try to see people and like because now body shops here locally at least, I haven't seen one fucking single person that's like young. That's one industry for sure that's like definitely like going away. Like it's on its last like generation of people, which sucks because it's not an industry that's leaving.
Yeah, people are gonna keep getting crashed.
But every fucking person at a body shop is old as shit. Yeah, it's kind of weird how that works out.
Yeah, bro, that is kind of crazy.
Very weird to find someone young at a body shop. At least out there like fucking hammering shit and doing stuff like that. You'll probably find them like in the detailing bay or like up front in the office, like dealing with people or computer shit. But as far as like the labor shit, nah.
No, you're right, bro. At least
I haven't.
No, you're right. I feel like society in the last few years, maybe even fucking since the internet, has kind of shunned like blue collar work, like getting your hands dirty. Like everyone wants to fucking, I don't know, just either I don't know, do some fucking office shit or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I know a lot of people that can make a fuck ton of money doing like some blue collar shit, bro. Well, fucking Edgar's one of them. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Edgar has probably never been inside like a call center office or no shit like that. So,
never.
So it's like, what the fuck? And you're killing it, bro. So it's not. It goes to show that that's not the only fucking way,
Yeah.
It's not the only way, bro.
There's so many ways, and it just depends what fits you. What's gonna fit your. I feel like honestly, the body shop stuff. It kind of falls into what I do because it's all kind of like customizing So a certain point, obviously, a lot of it is just insurance stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like right now I'm dealing with is customization stuff, and there's a huge market for that. But
Like a need, huh?
I need, but there's like no good shop, and I feel like I would do it, but
I was about to
it
just ask
scares
that.
me for I've kind of pushed away from it from the chemicals and shit, like my health
you don't
long
want to deal
term.
with that.
Yeah, I mean even now, bro, when I detail a car, like I fucking literally wear a mask.
You a little worried about it. Well, I would too, bro.
Because I'm like, if my fucking nose, I blow my nose and fucking blood's coming out, that means my fucking nose is getting irritated by chemicals.
Fuck yeah, it
You know,
does.
if I'm fucking sneezing from like a certain chemical, like something's fucking up. My
Yeah.
body's basically rejecting something. So I'm like,
Your body's telling you something.
just start fucking. I always wear gloves now, and I'm even fucking safety glasses sometimes with like,
Hell yeah.
because I'm like now if something was to happen to me, I mean you brought this up a while ago, like when I was doing something, and I'm like I got some shit in my eye from earlier. And like, you wear safety glasses or anything like that when you're doing? It was like years ago when you brought this up. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I probably should though, because I'm like the only fucking person here. So if I get hurt,
yeah, you fuck, bro.
it's like, hey, everything stopped. All those people that have been waiting for 2 months, like, hey, you guys are now waiting for more, or you guys are gonna go away. So I definitely pay more attention to my health now and stuff like that. But the body shop stuff, it's definitely a need for a good.
You made me realize that. Like,
it's hard to find, man. Good people, and it's just there's a lot lacking in that industry, but. It's when you find someone, I guess keep them around because it's rare nowadays.
Yeah, bro, that's kind of cool, man. Would you ever want to start one? Let me rephrase this question a little bit different. Would you ever want to start one, like to buy it, and there's already workers in that bitch, and you would go in there and like try to make it better? Like, is that ever something that interests you?
I don't think so, honestly. No. It's just I feel like they're gonna be stuck in their ways. Like, let's say I was to buy at the old body shop that I used to work at.
Yeah.
I feel like the certain workers there, they're working the way they are because they got put in that situation for either lack of money or they want more money, so they're kind of just working faster at a lower quality. So I feel like if you were to come in, you would probably have to just pay them a lot more and tell them to slow down so they can focus on the quality part. But what's lacking everywhere is the quality. That's the biggest part.
Too many shortcuts, bro.
And the thing is, the industry has got so used to that shitty quality that the good quality is not even like seen as a standard now.
Wow, what the fuck?
That's basically what I've been kind of told or been kind of seeing. So they're like, well, it's like that's what we get paid for.
That's wild.
And I'm like, yo, like I don't give a fuck. Like if that was the case, then shit. I'd be way richer, you know, just doing shitty quality stuff and taking people's money like crazy.
That's facts.
But I'd rather just have a good name, and I don't know. It's just tough. I don't get it, but I think that's what it is. At least in the situations that I've seen. But it all comes down to, you know, I mean, it all comes down to money, to be honest with you.
It does.
If I was to tell you like, hey, don't worry about any of your bills, bro. Like that's going to be taken care of and some fun money. Just do your job at the best you can do it. That's all I care. That's all I ask for. I feel like more people would probably enjoy their job because they don't have like the stress over themselves, and they'd probably do better for the company. But sometimes I don't know if the company, it's just, no, well, straight up, the company can't afford that sometimes, or the CEOs don't want to.
Or maybe it's just the industry standard, like you said. Like maybe you'll have good fucking quality, but maybe, I don't know, the price just doesn't justify it, or the numbers ain't working out. So, but there's always, I feel like, room to differentiate yourself, maybe somehow, you know, dealing with specific type of people.
And that's the company part too. Like you could, you know, what your industry is. Let's say there's another one called something different, and they're paying you guys the way they are, and the company owner's seeing it like, we're paying these guys a fuck ton of money, but they're doing good. But there's still this other company that's doing it the way we used to, and they're fucking getting a lot more policies or a lot more whatever it is. And they're like, fuck it, let's just go back to the old ways, you know? Like, not the industry, we're changing, but the industry is still fucked up. So, but at that point, like, it just comes down to the owners or the people, like, how they want to manage it. Because there's shops here locally that I know that do my kind of work, and they're busy, like, up the ass. They have, like, 5 employees, 10 employees, but they're putting out the kind of shittier quality work. But they stay remaining, like,
mid-ass work.
Yeah, but they stay remaining with a lot of people. And
do those shops charge the same as you, or is it a little bit more less? I mean,
they might charge a little less just because they get some more volume of work, which that's what people always tend to do. Money part too.
Oh, they want to get the cheapest shit. That's facts. I ain't gonna lie. I literally was fucking thinking about that.
And there's people that value it. Like I'm trying to value a body shop that does amazing work. You know, if they take longer, they have to pay a little more. But I'd rather just have the one time it be done good than have it done for cheap and kind of just be upset about it or not happy with it. So
Yeah, no, you're right, bro. Because I was even so for the people that don't maybe missed the episode, I got a stray cat.
how's that going?
Yeah, it's been going pretty good. She basically she's going through heat.
Oh, cats go through that shit too?
Yeah, bro. But this cat's fucking annoying, bro. Don't shut the fuck up. But it's whatever, But
So it
basically,
meows.
dude, like, bro, it's not even like meow. It sounds like some deep ass shit, bro. It's weird as fuck. Like at 3 a.m, knocking shit over.
Damn.
But basically, what I was trying to say with that is, we're trying to get her like spayed,
Mm-hmm.
and we call this one place that's really good. They're like, all right, you're gonna come in, $200 for the initial exam. We're gonna do like blood work or some shit. After that, we'll do the spay for $400. And I'm like, God damn, what the fuck?
No, that's
Crazy, right?
wow. Yeah.
So then I start asking around. My girlfriend asks around, and she finds another place. She's like, okay, cool. This place is like 150 or some shit. We're like, oh fuck yeah, way better, right? Fucking, they're out like 6 to 8 weeks, bro. And then that's kind of why I put on my head. I'm like, fuck, dude, you're either gonna pay with like time or money.
Yeah.
Or sometimes even both, if it's really worth it. So it's like,
Wow.
fuck, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's just something.
Yeah, no, that literally goes with what
Yeah.
my kind of industry is. And it's kind of the thing where most shops will fall into that thing where, in your case, veterinarian places, if you can't beat them, join them. So then everybody falls into that. And then that's the whole industry now. It's just, we do it for this price, but we all kind of do shitty work. And it's hard to find ever good work anymore. So, but yeah, try have you guys tried like the shelters or just tried calling? I mean, you probably have an appointment now, but
Nah. We'll talk after you. Send me a little referral, bro. Like,
yeah, because
I'll
I know
call.
with like putting a dog down sometimes, like as bad as it sounds, sometimes like that shit can be obviously it's hard. It's already a hard time to be dealing with that if your dog's going through shit.
Yeah.
But some places will charge an arm and a leg for that shit just
Really?
to put them down. Yeah, and I heard a lot of times like the shelters will just do it for a lot cheaper.
Oh shit. Oh, so you talking about like the fucking shelter where like they pick up dogs that are stray and shit? Is that
Yeah,
what
I
you're
mean they're
talking
trying
about?
to help the community out. Like we don't want to have more fucking dogs in our kennels. Like
Oh.
anything we can do to help to keep the volume down or to help out. Usually they help out pretty good. So just down the street here we have a shelter,
Bet.
literally inside the Golden Spike Arena. Like,
Yeah. I actually picked up one of my old dogs from there once.
So I know they do like the whole
They do that too?
putting the dogs down. I don't know if they do like the
Oh,
whole
okay.
spade, but sometimes like they do that shit for free sometimes too, like the neutering.
Yeah,
for dogs.
definitely for like homeless cats and shit, like stray cats. They'll do that sometimes, and they'll clip their ears. But no, I'll definitely check that out because I think actually the place that was 150 was a nonprofit. So it's kind of like shit like that where they're, like you said, they're trying to make the community better and maybe not, other business and fucking.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I didn't think about it like that.
So yeah, but yeah, there's always something, huh?
Yeah, bro. Well, shit. Hopefully, we'll get her locked in because I don't know. That cat just looks like it's like I don't want to say suffering, but it just be acting fucking weird, bro. On some real shit. Like I've never had a cat in my life, so this is all new to me, and I'm like, what the fuck?
How long has it been in heat that you guys are aware of? At
least? I think since we got the fucking cat.
You ever think
it's like I think they last for about 8-9 days, then it chills out, and then like it restarts, bro. It's weird. It's too common.
I was gonna say it sounds like it might be fucking withdrawing, but in your case, it's not from drugs. It's like withdrawing from like the streets, just being like open and being loose. Yeah, like I used to be like out. It's like getting like a lion that's just used to fucking living in the, or like how they always feel bad about like
put the bitch in the zoo,
the pandas and shit, and they put them in the zoo. Yeah, I don't know. It might be a little bit of that, but
yeah, man, I don't fucking know what they're going with
that
like,
kid, fuck,
man.
I'm just locked in this house now. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I used to be out in the hood with my friends and
literally, bro,
hanging out and just.
With the ball of cats, man. Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Cats are pretty cool, man. They're just different, bro, than like dogs. Like, if you want that immediate attention and shit, you're not gonna get it with the cat. But like, I feel like there's just like funny ass fucking animals. They're just like they just be doing the most weird, randomest shit ever, bro. Like just.
When you walk in your house, where's the cat usually?
Like walk in the door type shit?
Yeah, you just come home, like let's say after the pod or whatever. Where do you think the cat would be?
Fuck.
Does it have like a hangout spot? It hangs out
well,
a lot,
usually we have like the couch and shit. In the back in my office, I have like a little table, and I put her bed on top, so she'd be chilling with me there. Okay. But that's if I'm working. But yeah, it depends if one of the doors are open. Shit, the cat might be in like a random ass little I don't know. They like tight spaces. Kind of weird. Like they like boxes and shit. They felt like to feel enclosed sometimes.
You're
So
just walking and start kicking boxes. Fuck, what is it?
no, that's the thing, bro. I'm like looking for the fucking cat, yelling the name, and nothing come out. I'm over here like yelling like a dumbass, like, "Hey, Stella, Stella, Stella." You don't hear fucking shit, bro. Like I remember that happened with the bald cat that I was taking care of.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I started getting worried, bro. I'm like, yo, did I leave the fucking door open, bro? I could not
Yeah.
find this fucking cat, bro.
Mm.
Later, I find out this motherfucker's like on the floor, like in a blanket, bro, just tucked in there. And I got a little upset because I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I literally almost had a heart attack because that's not my cat, bro.
Yeah.
If I'd lost that cat, it'd have been, a little something, something under my car,
Yeah.
So, shit, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But
Well, I'm glad you found the cat.
yeah.
But yeah, I think they're like their own vibe for sure. I've never had a cat as a pet or
Yeah, you'll have to meet
or
that cat
known
one
of
day.
anyone honestly other than you,
That's
Bella. But
crazy.
But even then, like when I met Moku, he was just kind of it seemed like he was just kind of in his own world.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a different motherfucker for sure. Yeah, I've been seeing like different. Well, the fucking bald cat has no fur, bro. So that should be acting weird. Has one eye, has herpes. It has it's been spayed, so they probably act different than the other one. I don't. The other one's
yeah,
young.
he's
This
gone
one's a
through
little
some
older.
shit.
Yeah, man. That cat's been through some shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But nah, man. Yeah, nah. But you'll have to meet that cat one day.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Stella.
Yeah, I feel like it provides a lot of. I think we actually brought this up once that like pets specifically. I think we're talking about dogs bring like a lot of joy to you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing with like that cat, bro.
Oh, it does still?
Yeah, because I'm like I'll be working. I'm not calling the cat or anything like that, and it'll just pull up, and it's kind of it doesn't feel like I'm alone. Yeah, because sometimes it's like fuck, dude, you're just in this this fucking semi-lit room next to a window now, thankfully. But now you have like a little buddy just chilling there. So
that's cool.
I just need maybe potentially some more interaction, but I'm also not necessarily seeking it as well. So I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I couldn't imagine like my dogs weren't around the house and I just had cats or like 2 cats, I'd say, or something, or one. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't bad when I didn't have a dog though, because I mean, for a while I think I went without having a dog for like maybe a year.
You did for a little period, yeah.
And before that, I always literally had a dog since I was like in 2nd grade. So that other baby, what that was her name, but
yeah.
But yeah, now I come home and it's fucking 3 dogs, 2 dogs jumping at me, one barking at me.
Do you ever get concerned, or are they even loud, or are they trained? I guess. Like let's say come in from work like at 3 a.m. Are you ever like, oh shit, like everyone's asleep, or you like fuck it is what it is?
No, I don't give a shit. Yeah,
it's like I get you.
Yeah, they usually just come to the door quietly, usually at night because they're more tired. Unless I like alarm them, like they didn't hear the fucking truck pull up or something, then they'll come barking to the door. But
so they're pretty trained then.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
It's funny, the other day I got home and I left pretty late at night, maybe like around 7ish after I fed them, and I got home like later at night, probably like maybe 1 a.m. or whatever it was. So I was gone for about 5 hours, 6 hours, and we have a gate to downstairs, so the dogs don't go down there where there's carpet. And Nala, every time sometimes she'll open the gate by herself. If it's like cracked open,
okay,
she'll just swing it open and
with their nose. Okay, their snout.
Their snout, yeah. Even though she has no snout, but and the other one, Luna, that one has a fucking longer snout, but that one will fucking open and close the gate, like in their room. Back then when we used to lock them in their, they call it a kennel.
Yeah.
But it was just the mud room of the house. She'd open and fucking close that thing all the time. Like she figured out how to like open the gate. It was weird. She would literally it was like if they were in a prison cell and she fucking get everybody out of there. It was kind of fucking funny. But anyways, Nala snuck downstairs. But if you open that gate all the way and it kind of slams on itself, it will lock itself. So she fucking went downstairs at one point, who knows when. And she probably thought like my girl was downstairs sleeping or something. She's like, I gotta go. I figured she had to go to the bathroom. So I feel like she probably went downstairs to see me get fucking someone to open the fucking door to let me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got home and she's down there and I could hear she's barking, like trying to get me the fuck out of this shit.
You're like, what the fuck?
And I knew they were been down there for a while, so I let them outside immediately. And yeah, they all had to go to the bathroom, but luckily she didn't go. I was scared. I'm like,
oh yeah, good. Hey, shout out, bro.
But yeah, they're trained just to. Sometimes I mean they go for like 10 hours plus. Sometimes without.
That's good training, bro.
Yeah, they just chill around the house. We have them all loose now, so obviously everything that's carpeted is closed, all the bedrooms, but the whole house is literally hardwood floor, so they just kind of linger around. Don't mess up too many things other than their own beds. They like to fuck those up. So
Yeah, you still going to Ross pretty frequently to get them beds and shit, or no?
Ale is for her little
Oh yeah.
dog, our little Shih Tzu, but the other ones I just get them Amazon beds, and
Oh hell yeah.
they're getting better at not chewing shit up. The other one hasn't chewed up my shoes anymore.
That's true. That was a thing for a second, huh?
Yeah, fucking, like, you couldn't leave nothing around because she just get bored, start chewing shit. So yeah, they're getting good now. They're kind of just more just chill. The two, um, Luna and Nala, they're like best buddies. They're always just laying on their bed together, just snuggling each other.
That's some cute
So
ass shit. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, cute
Yeah.
doggies. So yeah, dogs are cool, man. I feel like they're needed in people's life when, especially when you have like a busy life and you come home after like a long day of work, or even if you work from home and you kind of just feel lonely. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like animals just always supply some kind of happiness or just a warm feeling to you.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I actually seen like a meme that was it said antidepressants, and it
Mm.
was like a those pill containers with the fucking like yellow or some shit with the white cap on them.
Oh
You know
yes,
what I'm
yes,
talking about?
yes. Like basically pills. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like little pills, but it was like a cat head everywhere.
Ah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Now that I have a freaking cat, I just send everything to my girlfriend, and now the whole fucking algorithm's cats. But hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, mine's all dogs too. Sometimes it'll phase
Yeah.
out from being all Shih Tzus to Frenchies to Golden Doodles. Just depends what I'm sending. So
Yeah. Nah, shout out, man. Shout out
yeah.
those pets, man. Would you ever get I think you said no other dog, but would you ever get like another pet? Maybe, I don't know, a fucking turtle or something?
Nah, I don't
Like,
think I've
yeah.
never had like a thing for
What?
like fish or stuff like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's cool, I guess. Like if you have I think the only time I like a fish tank if it was like something fucking big.
Big ass little shark in that bitch?
Not that fucking big,
I was
but
like,
you know
ah,
what I mean?
come on
Like
out. Yeah.
a little tiburon.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No. But like it was like if it was like a big tank where it's
Mhm.
like part of the house, like
Got you. Like a wall, like a fucking
yeah,
just, that'd be fucking sick.
that'd be cool to have like
Some
some
millionaire
fish
shit.
tank. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if I was wealthy to have something like that, I wouldn't be taking care of it. That's how I'd enjoy it. But
Mm.
no, other dogs either. I wouldn't even want any. Honestly, after these dogs, I tell her I'm like, I don't think. Obviously, I feel like we will once we have kids. I feel like kids always want an animal or something. But yeah, I know it's gonna be hard for both of us once we get rid of these dogs, or these dogs, just you know
Oh.
pass on. But yeah,
Gotcha. I know what you mean. Like after these, that you think that's it.
yeah, that's what I tell myself. But it's just hard when you have to, your dogs pass on, especially when you have so long and shit. She takes so many pictures of the dogs. I'm like,
Oh, that's fucking sad.
I tell her, I'm like,
Enjoy
I
it.
always tell her not to do it, but I don't think I've ever told her like to not do it because of that.
Gotcha.
Because I remember I used to always look back at pictures and I'm like, fuck, dude, I miss my dog. But it wasn't that long. It was maybe like a year, and then after that, I kind of just I don't think of it
You
much
moved
anymore.
on. Yeah, you
Yeah,
moved on.
but for a while it sucked, and she literally has so many pictures of her dog. She takes one like every day of the Shih Tzu
Oh
because it was
shit.
like her first dog she's ever had. So every day I'm like, you literally have enough pictures to do like a whole what do they
The
call it?
time lapse, bro.
A time lapse from the dog like just aging literally day by day. I always give her shit for it. She's always telling me like I'm out of memory or something. I'm like, well, just delete photos of the dogs. I'm like, but yeah, it sucks when that time comes for the animals, any animal.
No, 100%,
But
bro. 100%, bro. Like I said, fucking, they become, sometimes it depends on your relationship with them, but like a family members.
oh yeah, dude, some people I've had customers come in and their dogs are like literally like a kid to them.
Exactly. They're fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like, yo,
I'm really attached to my dogs, but I still remember it's a dog, it's an animal, it's
like
it's
you're gonna be sad and shit, but you're not gonna
yeah.
be crushed. I get
And
you.
some people, it's their everything. They have to
Yeah.
go with them everywhere. They literally like praise them like as a kid. And I was like,
No,
damn.
you're 100% right. I remember my aunt fucking couldn't have kids, so
Mm,
she would hoard fucking animals, bro. And those were her kids, bro.
that's her
I
thing.
remember
Yeah.
the fucking city came for ducks at her house. She had a fucking ducks, bro. Like big swan. No, wasn't it? A fucking swan, dude. She had a swan in her fucking house.
Jesus.
R.I.P. to that lady too. I ain't gonna lie, but
Oh
I
man.
remember that shit. That shit crazy,
You can't, ma'am. You can't have fucking swans.
dude. Crazy shit,
Those
bro.
don't. Those belong over at the pond.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but
Yeah.
hey, it is
No,
what it is.
it's everybody's got their thing, man. I had neighbors, yeah, with cats, bro. Remember all the cats next door? They
That
had
was a little out of control, though.
like four cats and like fucking. I mean, four dogs and like 20 cats. That was just yeah.
A little shelter right there.
Yeah, we had to start literally collecting them in cages and just start taking them to the shelter or just like
Yeah,
I've said in the
somewhere
past.
else.
Yep,
Somewhere
upfield.
else. Nah, some of the shit, man. Well, fuck, bro. We kind of covered all kinds of shit today, bro. Anything else we got to touch on?
No, not for this pod, but
All right, bro.
We're on to the next one here soon. So
yeah. All righty. Well, in that case, thanks everybody for joining us on another episode. It's always a pleasure, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
yeah, peace.
Peace.